How's it going, everybody? Welcome to yet another episode of Devil May Crypto. Just want to say thank you everybody for liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. You guys are the best viewers ever. Stay tuned for this episode. I'm going to cover Aragon, which is a crypto that I love. It works a little bit around DAOs, DAOs, or Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. I'll go over that in just a little bit, but I think it's a great project, and that's what we'll be reviewing today. Stay tuned. Let's do this. Alrighty, so here we are on the front page of it, of the website, that is. It goes down, it says, you know, Aragon, and there's a few options you can choose from here, and then Aragon Core 0.5 is active right now, where you can create your own DAO. And if you don't know what a DAO is, a Decentralized Autonomous Organization, it is basically a way, it is the future in my opinion. But in essence, what a DAO is a normal company. Let's think of like a bank, for example, and what it would do is, instead of having all the bank managers and, like, you know, assistant managers and people that start off loans, then pass it off, and then, you know, it goes down the branch, all of it would be autonomous. It's basically having a company work within itself. The structure of it, the whole organization is automatic, and it's facilitated by smart contracts. What a DAO is a really complex smart contract, or layers of smart contracts, whatever way you want to put it, but it's all done autonomously and by itself automatically, okay? So what I think is really cool about Aragon, and the reason why I got into it, is because I believe that is the future. If you really think about what you do at work, how many, let's say you work, you know, 9 hours a day. Out of those 9 hours, how much actual work are you doing for your company? For a lot of people, it is not a lot. It's a banker. If you're a teller, you're putting in for every time a person comes in, you're just doing a very simple, you know, computation for them. You know, they're giving you money, you're putting into a system, and you kind of go from there. What is the necessity of all that? And for that person to have a manager to be able to specify if something can be done or can't be done, or to manage that person on, you know, if they're showing up to work early, late, you know, whatever a manager does. But you would basically take out all of that, and you would make it all be done automatically through smart contracts. And that's really what Aragon does. It gives you the ability of making that for yourself, and having, let's say, an idea, and be able to make a whole structure and organization around it, and facilitate it through smart contracts, and they make it easy for you to do so. So that's really what Aragon does. But and so it says, unstoppable organizations create value without borders or intermediaries. And the way they explain it, some of what I already just said is going to be in here, but I like to go over it's their opening statement, really. And that says, the first step towards a more fair, efficient world, we're building Aragon because we believe that decentralized organizations can solve the world's worst problems. Okay, solve the world's worst problems. Just making sure I read that correctly. Ambitious, to say the least. whoever's there, you know, typing up the website, and they're talking to their boss, just like, hey, what should I put? What should be like our you know, eye-catching first sentence? And he's like, tell them we're gonna solve all the world's worst problems. She's like, oh my, you're a genius. You're a genius. That's how I imagine that happened. So, very ambitious, to say the least. But let's continue. So Aragon, Aragon is a project that aims to disintermediate the creation and maintenance of organizational structures by using blockchain technology. We want to empower people across the world to easily and securely manage their organizations. We provide the tools for anyone to become an entrepreneur and run their own organization, to take control of their own lives. Nice addition there. Take control. By making it possible for everyone in the world to organize, we are enabling a borderless, permissionless, and more efficient creation of value. So I love that. That's great. I like what you guys are doing. I'm hooked. I'm hooked. Sell me some. Where can I get some? We'll go over that in just a second. So the next step here is goodbye unnecessary intermediaries. So it is an ERC20 token, runs off the Ethereum network, which they explain here for you in case you are investing and you somehow need some help with finding out what Ethereum is. But I like the last part of the this page saying, this decentralized design ensures a borderless and permissionless way of operating without the fear of a government or a malicious third party interfering. What they're saying is, look, man, no one's going to go in and come into your business and tell you can't do this. It's autonomous. It's already doing it. I can't stop them. It's a robot. It's an algorithm, you know? Very, very well stated. That's a no to you, government. You can't stop me from doing this because honestly, I'm barely even doing anything. Next page, it says ready to try Aragon. You can first off, if you do invest, definitely subscribe to the newsletter. You get all the latest information right away. At some point in the video, we are going to try Aragon Core 0.5 version. I have not done it yet. I have not done it yet. I wanted the first time to be on video. So if I screw up, you can't get that first time face out of the way. If I did it before, I just wouldn't. It wouldn't be the same, you know. So we're gonna do that together. So we will get to that in a little bit. And what's this on the next page? Imagine a nation without a land and borders, a digital jurisdiction. Wow. I guess this is one of the ways they're gonna make the world a better place by solving our worst issues, solving disputes. They want to be a judiciary system. And how are they going to do that? Let's see what they say, and I'll break it down a little bit. Aragon Network will be the first community-governed decentralized organization whose goal is to act as a digital jurisdiction. An online decentralized court system that isn't bound by traditional artificial barriers such as national jurisdictions and the borders of a single country. So what they're saying is, in the advancement of your organization, or if you have a dispute settled, it's going to be within their own system. Aragon OS architecture allows for the court to be done all online and all the decisions to be done through your peers, and which will be able to solve that peer-to-peer dispute or between multiple parties. So they want to be the judge, the jury, the executioner. Okay, I may have taken that a little bit too far, but you get the idea. So one of the things I found really cool about Aragon is their network and their community that they're working with. So one of the most important parts to any organization like this, any actually any organization of people together, is some sort of communication and a base of users and people who interact with it. So what I think is really cool, I already kind of went over this part, but join us in improving Aragon by making your voice heard. What it simply says is that you can establish governance with your own ideas. So because eventually, Aragon isn't right now, but they want it to be a DAO in itself, a decentralized organization or autonomous organization. And so what you can do is within this, so it goes to the GitHub when you click on it, and you can join in these conversations and give your own input, and then people can build off of it, and you can have good conversations about it. So AGP10 reserve strategy, there's like 15 people that comment on this one, and this is within their government structure. So we're going to look in on it, and it talks about this person's goals. He put it up 21 days ago. He has a description on it, and this problem that he wants to solve within Aragon. And then he's made a timeline of in different stages. So he really put out he or she. Sorry, I don't want to be gender specific, but he gives certain resolutions to problems or ideas, something along those lines. Then people can comment on it and then add to and stuff like that, and just make good conversation on it. And what happens from there within Aragon, the utility of the token really comes from establishing rules and changing the whole system within itself. So the people that are going to be holding the Aragon tokens, what gives the Aragon token value is you'll be able to cast votes for certain changes and updates to the whole system. And so that's kind of how it works in there. But I thought this was really cool. Sorry, I didn't want to go back to this. But the way they represent that and how they want everybody to have their voice heard in a certain manner. So here we are at Aragon Core. If you look at the top here, you can see the different tabs, but Core is the alpha version. It's their working product of what they have right now. And we're about to go on this, like I said, adventure together earlier, because we're going to use it, or we're going to at least tinker with it so you have an idea of what it looks like. But I haven't, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I haven't used it yet, so it'll be both of us just kind of experimenting. And when I say both of us, I mean me and whoever else is watching. But you can transfer tokens, which is the stake in the organization. You can do fundraising through it. The list goes on. But what it says down here is that it's open source, so you can develop on top of it. You can build amongst. You have a foundation basically, and you can add things to it, take things away, make it your own, make it unique for your own idea, for your own project, your own organization. That is very cool, and it is necessary because it's not going to be a cookie cutter for everybody. What they want is for to start you and to make it easy to start, and then you build from there. And as you scale and as you get bigger, I'm sure more and more things will change. But you just need developers to work on it, and you will be good to go. It's powered by Aragon OS. We're not going to really go much over that today. And the reason for that is that I don't want to make this video super long. I just want it to be kind of a brief introduction on the idea of everything. But so yeah, decision making. There's it's immutable. It's going to be tamper-proof accounting, and then you can also give people certain privileges, take them away, yada yada. But we'll go to right now. So I already have MetaMask open. So let's go ahead and create our own organization. So, token project with democracy or multi-sig. If you haven't read about those, I have done another video on them. But so let's do some democracy here. Domain name. Let's see. What are we gonna do for a domain name? I'm thinking devil may crypto at aragonid.eth. And so the project, choose your voting settings. You can't change these later, so pick carefully. Support, yeah, 50% minimum, 15, vote duration, 24 hours. That's that's fine. We'll do 50, 51. 15% will work just fine for this, and we'll make it 48 hours. We'll give it 2 days for a vote. Token name and symbol. We'll do demon tokens. I don't know. We're just gonna try to go through this somewhat quickly. And okay, so here we have a little bit.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces, bright and early for their daily races, going nowhere, going nowhere. Their tears are filling up their glasses, no expression, no expression. Hide my head, I wanna drown my sorrow. No tomorrow, no tomorrow. And I find it kinda funny, I find it kinda sad. The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to take.
Taking a little while. Kind of, okay. Guess we'll, just kind of, okay, here we are. Let's get started. Let's do it. Welcome to Aragon 0.5, the architect. What do you want to do, it asks. So, at this point, this is all we have as of right now. So connect to the network, applications, okay, they're coming soon, permissions coming soon, home, settings, there's not much here. I guess a lot of it is, just coming soon, I guess. Let's see if we have any apps in the settings. I was expecting a little bit a little more usability here. I don't want to say I'm let down, but Was hoping for a little bit more, I gotta say. But hey, okay, so not exactly not exactly easy here. So super underwhelming as of right now. I wanna I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, but I'm pretty sure it does nothing right now. So permissions, it just says coming soon. It's not quite ready. Apps, not quite ready. Settings, it just says loading apps. I kept it on this for a few minutes. I mean, my computer's a few years old. It's an old gaming computer. Maybe it's just not working. I don't know. But so not much to show you guys. I was really excited to really try to use this together. Maybe when they do update it, we'll do another video. But as of right now, kind of anticlimactic. I'm sorry, everybody. We'll get them next time. Okay. Hey, it is what it is. So we're nearing toward the end of the video. I thought it was going to take a lot longer to check out the alpha and kind of try to play around with Aragon Core 0.5, but hey, sometimes life throws curveballs at you. So last thing I want to do, I don't want to look over the white paper today. It does make the videos quite a bit longer. It's something that you should definitely do yourself to check it out. But we're not going to get too technical today. The last thing I'm going to show, though, is the wiki. So I thought it was super cool. You start off here, and they have basically everything. I mean, this is Aragon. I love this. So they have, I mean, just a list of things you can click on. You can, like, look at all the press releases, like, you know, different press. I mean, it's, like, absolutely crazy how much you can find on their little wiki. But even, like, things like Aragon Nest and has an overview of it and explains, like, the different, I mean, it's just, it's crazy. And what they do is you can also get a grant if you are a developer, if you want to work with Aragon project, and basically if you're somebody that wants to be part of this, you can get a grant, either making an application on it, bettering it, whatever it is. They have an entire section of it on their website. It is right here on the foundation. So basically, it's just for basically grants and, you know, proposals and stuff like that. Super cool. Definitely check that out. But going back to the not that this was, oh god, underwhelming. But going back to it, I just think it's great, like, that they have this whole thing. I mean, everything you need to ask yourself will be on here. So if I didn't go over some today and you're interested, check out their wiki. Super cool. But the last thing I want to do is go over who their team is. So, excuse me. Oh my god, it's spring here and I'm really feeling it, I gotta say. I've got like 4 air filters run throughout the house, and, well, not air filters, but the air purifiers, and it's just not helping. I need to, like, inject a Zyrtec into my soul. So project lead Luis Quende, he's been awarded the best underage European program in 2011. He's a Forbes 30 under 30, MIT TR 35, and was an advisor of the VP of the European Commission. He co-founded Stampery prior to founding startups. He created the world's first Linux distribution with face login. Pretty advanced, Luis. I don't know if it's Luis or Luis. I believe it's Luis. But very cool. And then the tech lead is Jorge Izquierdo. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these. But Curious Hacker, creator of multiple apps for iOS and macOS, reached App Store's #2, always tinkering with new tech, named as 2017 Class of Teal Fellows. If you don't know what a Teal Fellow is, I've talked about it before, but it is quite the accolade, quite an honor to become a Teal Fellow. Basically, Peter Thiel, they're the foundation. I want to say Peter Thiel, but we'll say Peter Thiel. He gives you about $100,000 to drop out of school. You heard it here. He gives you money. He's like, hey man, fuck school, okay? You gotta, sorry, I like to curse on the thing, but he's like, hey man, get out of there, go do something with yourself. You don't need school. You're probably smarter than a lot of your teachers anyway. So that's what Jorge did over here. But overall, a great team. Look them up if you can. A lot of them have their have links if you look them up on the regular page. their LinkedIns and stuff like that, or Twitters. And so definitely seem to be good at what they do. They had advisors around here somewhere. I don't know where they are, but we will. I think it's mainly. I think it might be on another page here. So let's try to find this. Is it network? No. It's maybe it's about. Okay. All right. So here's the advisors: Mihai Alisi, Ethereum co-founder and Akasha founder. Name you hear a lot is Vitalik, but Mihai, I believe it's. Once again, I'm so sorry if I'm butchering these names. He is a huge part of the Ethereum project, and if you don't know who he is, definitely get to know. He's a really big name in the crypto community. Jake Bruckman, who is like absolute gold to a project. He's a co-founder at CoinFund. Another great advisor. And then you have Kenny Rowe and Brayton Williams. Kenny Rowe is the CEO of the DAI Foundation. Just great advisors, great team. Overall, I love the project. Right now, I'll go over price a little bit, and then we'll try to end the video. Like I said, I don't want to make this another like 40-minute long video. So we'll finish up. Let's go ahead. So, got Aragon right here on crypto market cap. Right now, it's at 245. You know, on this page, I don't like talking too much about prices because TA doesn't matter. Nothing. We know nothing. There's not a lot of accounting in this. There's not a regulations. If you do watch a lot of videos on YouTube, you're going to find that people will tell you what price is a good price to buy at, what's not a good one, what you should do. Generally speaking, I just want to give you a brief idea of what it's at now, what my own thoughts are, but no one knows. They will never know. Every smart person that's tried to guess, they've been wrong and they've been right. It's just a toss-up. There's just simply not enough evidence right now in the cryptocurrency community to be able to do a really good and established, like formula for how much something's going to cost. But going back to Aragon, I think it will steadily climb up over time. It's not something that's going to moon right away. It's going to get more and more followers as we go along, as more businesses try to go towards this idea. But they do have a great team. They're a great project, and I believe in them. They do have a pretty active Twitter that you guys check out. I follow them on Twitter. Please do. They don't tweet every single day, every few hours, but when it comes to important updates and different stuff like that, they'll definitely be on there. And then the project lead, Luis, he's very active on Twitter too. Definitely follow him. They have a pretty active Reddit too. I'll be posting this on their Reddit, so if you guys are watching here, what's good, Reddit? So definitely check the Reddit out. But they have about 2,200 subscribers. But all in all, just a great project. I'll probably wait until it gets maybe a little bit lower before I go. I'm gonna just accumulate some Aragon over time. But I'm investing quite a lot, especially stuff that's like Neo projects too. But Ethereum has a lot of good ones like Aragon. Definitely go on it. I love it. Just want to finish up this video by saying all of this is my own opinion. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything here is, it's educational with a grain of salt, but it should be taken as pretty much entertainment for yourselves. But thank you everybody for listening. Please subscribe, like, and comment. You guys are the best. I'll do another video in a few days here, but we'll see you next time. I'll try to follow up with another Aragon video, hopefully when they have a few more updates, when they can get their core version a little more updated. We'll get to it again. But everybody have a great day. I'm out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me.